Legend of Total War here, and today I've got a saving a disaster situation playing as Oxyotl, where he wants me to sort out the Vision of the Old One quest. Now it's ranked as easy, but the problem is all the armies around it. So if we go over and have a look at it, there are quite a lot of Challenges of Khorne armies over here. This is the one that we've been tasked to get rid of, but Arbaal himself is right next to it, and a bunch of other armies over there. So let's read out the email, get some context, and then figure this out. Also, just check the battle difficulty. So he's playing on hard battle difficulty with no AI cheats. We're going to bump that up. And let's read out the email. So he says, "Hey Legend, I have a disaster situation playing as Oxyotl versus the Challenges of Khorne. Can you please help? I want to complete the Visions of the Old Ones against a half stack of Challenges of Khorne. That by itself is easy. However, there are several other full stacks in the area that I also want to clear out, so I can occupy Monolith of Buvonicus and build a base in the Northern Chaos Wastes. Oxyotl has Lightning Strike, so I feel it should be possible to solo each army in turn. I start with Arbaal's army because it's the strongest. Before I take any damage, I try to lure out each of the enemy units one at a time and overwhelm them with the Chameleon Skinks, but then his army starts rushing and I don't have the macro to outmaneuver them." I think he means micro. "Could you please show me if it's possible?" Okay, well, I don't think that going after Arbaal first is the right call, because if we have a look here, succeeding with this will give us extra ward save. So why don't we take out the Gore Legion first? Because like that looks pretty friggin' easy. They've all got summoned from Beyonds, so that's not great timing. But yeah, you've also only got 2 turns left to sort this out, so we gotta move. We haven't declared war on them yet, which is good because that allows us to get over here and bypass their zones of control. Alright, now looking at the army, I'd say it's pretty good, but not that good. Croak. Why do you have Croak in this army? Because Croak is a great spellcaster, but does not gel well with a stalking army like this. Because Croak is very slow, he needs some degree of protection. These are not the units to protect him. Maybe that's why you recruited the Feral Bastiladons. But I think you would be better with either a Skink Oracle or a Skink Priest on a Pterodon. Definitely not on a Stegodon because it needs to be quick. Because that's like one of your main army's strengths. Like really fast, just maneuver around unseen. You've also got Snipe. And just have a spellcaster just unable to get hit by the enemy force. So speed is of the importance here. And unfortunately, Croak is just too slow to protect. So I feel like he's going to be a little bit of a liability, but we don't really have any position to sort of change things up a little bit. We've also got the Rite of Sotek over here, so this will give us melee attack for skink units, weapon strength, missile strength for skink units, so that's going to be very handy, so let's grab that as well. Okay, now we can't just outright attack this one, because these other zones of control will get in our way. So what we need to do first is just move. Those heroes kind of get in our way a little bit. So what I want to do, so I don't waste too much movement, is move over to there and then hit backspace. That way, because you can't stand right next to it. There's like a zone of control where you can't stand next to every single entity that's on the map, right? You got to stand like 2 tiles away from it. And we want to save as much movement as possible since there's so many armies here to deal with. So, ugh. Oh, this is a blood host. Okay. Okay. This is Enforced March. What if we don't Lightning Strike it? Because if we can beat this before any reinforcements can show up, that army, gone. Just dead. Without having to fight it. At all. And then we'll have Arbaal's defeat trait, which will give us vigor loss reduction. Okay. So, let's speak to them and offer to join war against Challenges of Khorne. That way we can get some money out of them. Money's always good. I was wondering what happened to this one. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that guy would have been really useful because they stalk and they're very quick. You've got heal magic, long range with fireballs, which is not a great spell, but better than nothing. And it's also very good in melee. This is a very versatile hero. Yeah. Okay, well, it is what it is. Alright, well, can't do anything about it, so let's get in here. Equipment looks good, so let's do this. I did change the battle difficulty, didn't I? Yeah, all good. Okay, so it's close defeat in auto resolve at the moment. if we lightning strike, we get decisive victory, but that way we don't wipe out this one or get Arbaal's defeat trait. Alright. But yeah, we've only got 2 minutes and 20 seconds to beat them, but we've got Vanguard deployment, so should be fine. Now, if we pull this off, well, if we don't, we're fucked, that's for sure. But if we pull it off, all of the other armies should actually move away from Arbaal. That way we don't have to lightning strike him, because when you lightning strike, you lose a lot of your fatigue, so that, and by extension, lose a lot of speed. And speed, like I said, is really useful for this army. So that's probably where your army was faltering a little bit, because they were just exhausted right from the get-go. Oh, choke point battle. Okay, well, that's not ideal, but we should still be able to do it in time. I just need to move fairly quick. Because, yeah, at least there's not that much we've got to deal with. Alright. Croak seems to be very low level, so he doesn't have any of his special abilities yet. Terrible spellcaster. I wonder if we should just keep him out of this, because they will probably use the summon from beyond on him. So yeah, just keep him back here. If they use it, I'll get him off the battle. Hang on a second. The summon from beyond takes a minute to cast. Sorry, it takes a minute before it expires. They'll use it at 45 seconds, so that means it'll run out of puff at a minute 45 into the battle. And we've got 2 minutes and 20 seconds until Arbaal comes in. Right? Yeah, okay. Oh, that's tight, but we'll see how that goes. Alright, let's do this. So, move up. And move up. Okay, need some control groups. Just so I can use the camera controls here. You need to move quickly. Just through here. Yeah, just run through this way. They might use the... This one's over this way, sneak past. They might use the summon from beyond over here. Who knows? Do that, and you do that, and you do this over here. Hang on, don't want him taking damage if we can avoid it. Alright, the summon from beyond is probably gonna... Oh shit, okay. Move back. Move away from that. Yeah, Skull Cannon doing a little bit of damage to us, but it's gone. I didn't put it down on Croak. Yeah, this map was not ideal for us because we're kind of blobbed up. And we need to get rid of this one as well. It's not good enough if we just... Still got plenty of time. We are taking some damage. I do want to use that ability, but I gotta stand still to use it. Ah, shit. Get rid of him. Just try to run right through them. They're almost crumbling. Enemy Lord dead. Still got about 50 seconds left. This one here needs to be the priority, because that's a summon. Got 30 seconds left. Done. 20 seconds remaining. Heroic victory. Very nice. So that'll wipe out one of those other armies. Yeah, those summon from beyond are definitely going to be a problem. Few casualties. But overall, a small number of casualties. And it wipes out the Gore Legion and also another one. So that means there's only 2 armies left we've got to deal with, plus the garrison. Now, we'll also gain 5% ward save because we've completed the mission of the old one. We can also get a tiny bit of replenishment. It doesn't fully replenish us, but gets most of the casualties back. So that's the one that's going to go. Oh, good. That guy just, like, moved way out of the way. Arbaal's defeat trait, good, so we're not going to get tired so easily. Nice. Alright, that's a good start. So, we've got fewer units in the army now by about 12, roughly. I'm not going to count it. But by not having the lightning strike, because there's no difference now, all that it will do is make us exhausted. That'll be good for our speed. So we'll perform a bit better, even if it's just slightly fewer units. Also, did we get a rank up at all by that? No, it was too few enemy units that we killed. Now the problem here is that if we occupy the settlement, we obviously can't get this guy.
Should I take stock of your worth?
That army is definitely not as tough as Arbaal's.
You cannot fathom my power.
But if I sack it, I won't be able to occupy the monolith of Bubonicus. And what's it called? He might come over here and just take the city, because he's in camp stance, and that's how much movement he's got. Yeah, he might just go in and snatch it if we don't get it. Yeah, alright. Alright, it is what it is. We might just have to occupy that. Alright, here we go. So, no lightning strike. But you putting points into lightning strike, that actually made that that previous battle possible, because it slowed down Arbaal from showing up on the battlefield. If we didn't have that, and I attempted it, he would have come onto the battlefield. Because he probably would have taken about a minute and a half to show up otherwise, and obviously I took longer than that. Alright, now, let's go control group 1. These guys 2, 3, and 4. I don't think we're going to get a hell of a lot of value out of Lord Croak. But yeah, let's just keep him up over here. He might be hidden to begin with, just because of the terrain. We can't hide him in the forest. But we will see. Alright, Oxyotl, you stay in front here. I want you to try to get rid of Arbaal. These ones come around the flank here. So they've got snipe as well, but you just got to be very careful, because if you get... Okay, so it's like 90 meters in range. That's our range. Well, that's with the blessed ones. These ones have 80 meters. But I think if you get within 50 meters, then they detect you. So there's a 30-meter wiggle room, which is not a whole lot. These ones just stay out of it for the time being. Okay, so we need to use this here so we get that extra range, and also make sure he's got snipe. Pop this down just on them. I find that that's better against infantry than single entities. That's alright. I don't know. And let's bring them right over this way. It'd be good to get rid of their fast units early. But yeah, okay, don't fire at will. We want to make sure that all of our shots are aimed at Arbaal, because it'd be great if Arbaal just does nothing in this battle, because he's probably their fastest character. Okay, not detected yet, but that looks pretty good. Don't get too close. Hang on. Shit biscuits. Okay, get... Oh my god, look how much damage they just croak right away. Don't use any magic against it. All you gotta do is hold them back for a minute. Alright, well, they've still got one more of those to use. Oh shit. Move, 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 move. Okay, well, they have woken up. Alright, well, they didn't do any damage to us, but we didn't... the terrain fucked us up a bit there. Just get around over here. They're probably going to run over to the forest to try to find us. I don't think the Bastiladons can outrun the Bloodletters. Technically, the Bloodletters are faster, but anything that pursues you is essentially eternally in charging mode. Yeah, they're just searching for us as best as they can. Alright, we just went into hiding there, so everyone's hidden. Like I said, I really want to go for Arbaal. It's good that this one here is on the Chaos Shrine of Khorne. Although, they will soak up a lot of ammo. That is a fairly high value unit. Alright, just don't shoot at infantry. These ones can shoot at anything they want. The terrain's just can't get a clean line of sight on them at the moment. It's better than nothing. And the ability recharges, so that's good. If we can get a bit of a blob going with these ones here and pop down some pizzas from him. Unfortunately, it's very expensive because he is low level. Let's try to sneak up on them. They've detected us again. Watch out for this one. Alright, get out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. You get in the way. Because otherwise they're going to keep hitting Croak and it fucking hurts. Because he's weak against fire. Wait, they don't actually do flaming attack. Definitely don't use... Shit. Okay, I think we're getting a little bit detected over here, which might draw some of their forces back, but that's fine. Let's just take out what we can there. Yeah, I think this is kind of a liability. But it would be really good to use his magic, but... It'd be so stupid of us to send the skinks to protect Croak here. But Legend Croak does so much damage! The problem is that they're Khorne. They're resistant to magic. So doing a bit of damage to those Chaos Knights of Khorne with this, it's not going to do much. I'm going to send Oxyotl to try to help them out a little bit. Because yeah, it'd be great if they could get all the infantry to just pull up around that, and then we pop down the big old pizza. Because that wasn't great. Okay, Oxyotl shooting at them. But we gotta watch out, we got dudes coming in from over here. Keep them in reserve for now. And we got flaming attacks. Fucking rampage, please. I get Oxyotl out of there. It's too dangerous, it's not worth it for what we're trying to do here. Best thing we can do, I think, is try to just get them off the battlefield. I can't get close enough for that. Good, not detected. Alright, we might be able to get one more pizza in. So how is he going for damage? 8,000. Considering going up against Khorne, that's not too bad. But yeah, we're not going to be able to make use of all that magic. We're just not generating it fast enough. I'll have to get these ones off the battlefield as well. And they've done a little bit of damage. Again, I wasn't expecting a hell of a lot from them. Alright, stop that firing. Also, them running up here like this. See, they're getting quite... Some of their units are getting quite tired. Okay, now the big problem here is going to be the Chaos Knights of Khorne, because they're going to keep our Bastiladons pinned down. And while honest... If you want my honest opinion, replace these units. It's not a good combination. But I do try to keep the integrity of the army. I'm just not sure. I don't want to use Pizza 2. I want Pizza 3, but it's just not charging fast enough. And here, I have a Pizza 1. I gotta get out of here. Okay, time to go. Get these ones out of here as well, if we can. Okay, Croak's left the battlefield. Alright, hopefully these ones here will break, and then they'll just let us off the battlefield. But if we can get a little bit closer to that way, that would be great. You know, Croak did a bit of damage, but like I said, he's a bad hero choice for this army. Very, very bad. I think some people are just like, oh, Croak, he's so good. But Croak's got a fair few weaknesses, and this is not a good army to defend him. Alright. Let's get these ones off the battlefield. Yeah, a skink priest on a... Oh shit, they're coming in hard and fast here. I don't think they see us, they're just... That's the direction they're going in. But, since it's isolated, we should be able to kill it pretty quickly with our guys here. Move it. Okay, bounce power's not in our favor, just not by much. Ah, rampage. But they can still rout even while they're rampaging. Okay, keep them back from there. Make sure they don't fire at will just yet. Okay, stop firing because that unit is broken. Come on, rout, guys, rout. Yeah, done some damage. They might get killed, but like I can't control them. Time to go, time to go. Come on, you slow piece of shit unit. Fucking Chaos Warriors. Just rout. Okay, there we go. Because, yeah, once they rout, they give up on it. You need to rout as well. How are we going over here? Oh, shit. Right in front of us right here. Holy shit. Oh, that worked out just fine. Come on. Rout! I don't want you here. So, yeah, they provided, I reckon, negative value. They didn't provide that much value, but at least they're still alive. Oh shit, they found us over here. Alright, I'll have to send him over this way. And I would have much preferred these guys here to deal with enemy infantry. We didn't take much damage on that. So, I guess that extra 5% ward save's coming in handy. Chariot could do a lot of damage to us. Okay, there's Arbaal. Let's try to kill him, but he... What the fuck are you guys doing? Problem is they got fast units on top of us here. The Chameleon Stalkers are of less value to me than the... And I want to use this one here as well, but it's just... Got to keep moving. Move faster. Can't let him detect us. They're of lower value than the... Chameleon Skinks. Unfortunately, they're not good against this, so just run. I'm not going to sacrifice my army to try to save units that are just not really working for us right now. Right, they found us. Okay, that should work out alright. Okay, I gotta do more damage to Arbaal. Oh, they're doing a bit to these units here. They're doing a bit. Don't try to engage with Arbaal in melee. Oh, god damn it. Why didn't you guys shoot him? Oh, because they didn't have fire at will. That might help. Because they're trying to conserve ammunition, although we've got heaps. That being said, it has only inflicted one casualty on us, so that's not so bad. But I gotta remember to turn them back on fire at will. Right. This one here, just make it leave the battlefield. Both of those, they're just taking too much damage. Okay, stop. If it's shattered, you just don't need to do that. Once we've taken out all their fast units, I think we'll be okay. I'm so glad that we're not on Force March here. Not Force March, Lightning Strike. Because that extra speed is really coming in handy. They're still able to catch us. It just takes them a little bit longer to do so, and it gives us some degree of opportunity to get away. Okay, they're going towards our last known location. I think the blood beasts have all been wiped out. Yeah, these are stalking. So yeah, I had to get those ones to withdraw from the battlefield because that's who Arbaal was targeting. And these guys were a little bit further away. So as soon as they run off the battlefield, these guys are far enough away that Arbaal can't get them. And now they're just out there searching for us again. But I'm still just trying to snipe Arbaal. So Oxiodal used up more than half of his ammo. Yeah, Arbaal has not dished out a hell of a lot of damage so far in this battle. Definitely would be better if we wounded him as opposed to him leaving the battlefield because he's not unbreakable. Let's just try to get around them over that way. Cool. Kills a few of them. Let me get around over this way. Good. Looks like we're going to get rid of Arbaal. So that'll drop down their leadership by a little bit. A little bit. It's a fairly high leadership unit, so I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. Kind of good that he's not routing, because like I said, I want to actually wound him. Technically, we've got unlimited ammunition with this. It just takes a really long time to recharge it. Come on, one more shot. Now we could have put some of these banners on Oxyotl, especially the one that causes decay, like they damage over time. But these ones here, they've got loads of ammo as well, so I kind of wanted them to have it. Yeah, shooting the skull crushers, because this guy, Oxyotl, does a fair amount of damage per shot. Good, that vigor loss reduction is really coming in handy. We're just constantly fresh. Not worried about that one at all. Yeah, that'll be easy. It's only 10% missile resistance. So units out this way that are isolated, that's a good one to go after. Same thing with those Chaos Knights. It's great that they're so tired. Well, some of the units are really tired. Ounce of power isn't really pushing much. 26 shots left. If we get rid of all the fast units, then we can just go in there and do whatever we want. So that one over there, Chaos Warriors of Khorne. These guys might be able to beat them in melee, maybe. Okay. That's a bit of damage. Okay, fire at will. Did any of our guys get... Yeah, one of them got detected, but that's okay. Because if only a couple of them get detected, then they won't send... Oh, they will send everything at us, because they can't see anything else. Okay. Yeah, they really don't have enough fast units to catch us now, so it's merely a case of if they go wide enough, they could sort of cut us off, because it's a relatively small map. Like most of the maps in the game. But if we wipe out more of their units, then they won't be able to go wide. Because they've got guys up on the flanks over this way that could potentially cut us off. No, don't fire at will. Oxyotl. There should still be a Chaos Warrior out this way. So yeah, speed of them is at 52. Speed of the Bloodletters, 32 when very tired. So with the last of our okay, hang on. Last of our shots, I think we should try to shoot at him just so that we're dishing out a lot of damage. Because shooting at infantry is just not going to provide a huge amount of value. A lot of the units will just get overkilled. And since we've got limited shots, you know, got to make do with it what we can. But I'm not within range yet. Right, that one used up all of its ammo. I don't think it did a hell of a lot of damage. I'm really not sure if they're actually going to be able to beat it. At the end of the day, they're fresh, and this is a fresh recruit. So no experience on that one. And it's tired. And our guys are elite. Plus we've got ward save and physical resistance. We should be able to beat them. Ah, crap. Oh, there's still a Blood Beast of Khorne to deal with. Which... okay. If we fight this one, by the time we're done with it, that one will have caught up to us. So that's not ideal. But at least we drew some of their forces away. So that's easy for us here. Bouncer power is moving in our favor. That's good. So they've gone back to stalking. Good. Same thing over here. Good. Big blob of infantry is definitely good for us. Because, yeah, we definitely don't want to go into melee with them. Also, it's better to actually be standing still and shoot as opposed to be moving and shoot. Because when they're moving and shoot, they tend to all just target the exact same unit and just overkill it. Which is fine if there's a massive blob, but if there isn't, then it's a bit of a problem. Yeah, okay. Just want to try to use that as often as possible, since it can use it unlimited time. It's just a matter of waiting for the recovery. So we've got 12 shots left with Oxyotl. Plenty of ammo left on them, but we need our ammo to maintain bounce power. This is going much better now. So we did all the hard stuff to begin with, and now we're reaping the benefits. Okay, careful. They've got some Chaos Knights up this way, although a couple of shots will finish them off. Yeah, I may not have to send these guys into melee against the Chaos Warriors. I reckon we're going to army loss them just using their ammo. Alright, shooting the Chaos Chariot's fine as well. Okay, looking good. There's no way this guy's going to catch us. Shame that we didn't get here a little bit earlier, because that guy is immortal. And there's the army losses. Okay, well, your army's in good shape apart from Croak and the Bastillodons. Oh, and two of the... Oh, we don't need to run them down, do we? Because we, it's the siege. Okay. Yeah, and the two Stalkers that got attacked. We actually took... only a handful of extra casualties on this battle than the previous one. But I don't think we'll have an option for post-battle loot for replenishment. I'm not sure, actually. It's interesting as well how Oxyotl's campaign, every settlement is considered perfect climate. So even if we're in the Chaos Waste, it doesn't make any difference. Yeah, no post-battle loot. Oh, okay, there is if we sack it. It's going to go down to tier 1 anyway, so let's sack it. Yeah, if we go after him, we won't be able to get the Monolith of Bubonicus. But at least we got some recovery on them. I don't think it... maybe it did give some healing onto them. But we got 3 levels up for Croak, which... Oh, I should have been using Pizza 1. Because that's what we put 2 points into, reducing the cost by only a little bit. I think it'd be best. Usually, Pizza 3 gives you the biggest bang for buck. So put the points. Oh, hang on. There's Greater Arcane Conduit, which will give you Spell Mastery and Power Recharge Rate, which would have been really handy in that previous battle. Which, since he was only at rank 4. You would have only been able to put 1 point into this anyway. But yeah, I reckon that'd be quite handy. Okay, and then as for Oxyotl, you can level him up as you see fit. Yeah, see if he came out of in camp stance. Actually, I'm not sure. It consumes 50 campaign movement range when entering the stance, but it doesn't say it's consuming it each turn. I think that might be special for him. I'm not entirely sure. That might actually be the edge of his movement. But like I said, we'd wipe that one out and then not be able to get back over here. So we'll occupy it. I really doubt that you'd have any trouble beating this guy. The only real issue is that if they come over here and fight... you're not going to be able to withdraw these ones here from the battlefield. Like I said, they're a liability in your fucking army. You should really consider replacing Croak and these two with... Like I said, a Skink Oracle or a Skink Priest for the Wizard. And this one here, just more chameleon skinks. Especially given how much ammunition that they've got. There's no way that these are going to deliver any similar sort of value. No chance in hell. But I also suspect that this one is probably not going to go after us at all. It looks like there's not that much left of Arbaal. So, 3 things left to go. 3 settlements. And you've got no more missions of the old ones. Maybe you'll get one next turn. But I reckon that situation there is solved. So what I'll do, just want to make sure that this one here either doesn't attack, or if it does attack, it looks easy. So I'll send the save file from what I just quick saved there. Because I don't know what else is going on in his campaign. He's got another army over here, but it's already used up all of his movement. He's got plenty of money, so I would suspect he would like to build stuff. But yeah, we'll just hit the end turn. I just want to see what this does. Luckily, their turn's early. They are going for the attack, but I think it'd be... Wait. They're not going for the attack. Okay. You'll easily be able to beat them next turn. No problem. Okay. So that's all good. I'll just send back the save file from where it just was. Although I do need to lower the battle difficulty back to where it was. But I'll just load up the save file again and sort that out myself. Alright, that's the end of this one here, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Appreciate you. And we'll see you next time. Later, guys.